How do y'all, and welcome on back. So today's main efforts are going to be finishing setting up the train system for my uranium transits. Just turn off self-driving. So I need this to get back to where I want to go. First things first, though. Blurb. We're gonna pull this slightly forwards through the station. That way the tail end is... Alright, that's... Wait here. Right. So we got our freight connector. One. Oh, I need more stuff. So I have decided that I'm actually going to go on ahead and have this be 3 deep because of the big distance between the end stop and returning for each of them. It just feels like it'd be a better idea to have it be 3 deep. So let's see. And which way is it? That way. So we'll set it up over here then. Okay, do you fucking mind? Apparently they do. Assholes. Okay. And of course you're still here. Fuck you. Fucking go away. Dick. Okay. There. Alright. I'll be back with all of the materials I need. Oh. Actually, that does remind me before I do that. So, yes. Each of these ports, I have decided, are going to be transportation. 3 freight cars deep. So, I've already got the 2 on this. I need... so if it's 3 more ports, 3 deep would be 9, plus the 1 additional for this becomes 10. Need 3 for the other ports, plus 4. Would be 21. Okay. I think that's everything I need for setting up the rest of that. Trees! Alright, so I'm going to gather up everything I need, and we'll get to getting on setting up the rest of these train stations. Now, unlike last episode, I'm just going to go on and set the lines up off-screen, and we'll come back. Yeah, I'm going to go around on-screen, set up all the stations, set the lines up off-screen, and come back to test ride each of them on-screen. One thing I do want to do is, because of how much wire I'm gonna need, wow. Okay, fine. Because of how much wire I'm gonna need, for a ton of the coming projects, let's go ahead and set up a dimensional storage for the wire. Yeah, I'm gonna need a shit ton of wire coming up. Apparently I forgot to unpause, so let me turn off self-driving and show what it did. Stay. Alright, so... Oh, wrong way, this way. So what I have decided is, one, each of these are going to be 3 freight cars deep, which means each of the stations I'm going to set up are going to look roughly like what I'm about to show, which actually, speaking of, not just... not egregiously clipping. Thank you. Anyways. It's going to be 3 freight loaders. Much like... or freight loading platforms, much like this. Because of the great distance between the output station and the input station, I figure, you know, each one of these, set it to split 3 ways for 3 plates, all that fun stuff. And now, I'll see y'all down over at the next station so I can set that up proper along with the ports down there. Okay. So I do find myself down here now, finally. I let it roll past, mostly because I stopped paying attention for a half a second. But also, so I've got plenty of room to just modify this. So I'm just going to need those. Alright, that is Station 1. Alright, so Station 2 will have look that way. looks like it's gonna have to be right there. So it'll branch off and go there. Nice. Stockholm? Bist du ein Dummkopf? Yes, I know that means I'm a idiot. Okay, so we're gonna set this a little further out. Okay. Try this from up here then. Fuck you. No, you don't. Okay, there we go. Now we connect all of the new stations. So they can get back onto the exit lines. And one more. I am going to specifically rename these four, mostly because of the fact that I am going to desperately need better identifying call symbols to properly be able to figure out, where I want to connect what. So I'm just going to give them the classic train station names of 1, 2, 3, 4. The rest I'll leave as is. We'll take it a little further up. Stop. Fuck. Okay, there we go. Alright. So that is all 4 of my train depots over here set. Let's go on and rename them so I can properly do shiz. And station 4. Alright, sweet. So that is all the stations we need for setting up transport of nuclear material. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and set this thing on to automatic, and we shall return. Okay, self-driving turn on, and we shall return when I go to hook up some of the rest of this shit. I'm gonna go for this one next. See you over there. Alright, I'm just about up the mountain that has my next fucking uranium deposit on it. I've already got some ideas of how I'm going to set this up, but that's going to take like 4 episodes to do on screen. So yeah, I'm definitely going to maintain what I mentioned earlier, where I'm just going to set up the line, and at the end of the episode we'll do a run of each of them on screen. For now, though, penis. Okay. So we want miner Mark III. We'll have it facing this direction. Put the train depot. We'll put the train depot, I think, over here. Somewhere. Let's see if that'll work. That is surprisingly gonna work. Okay. Gonna have to reposition what direction this thing's looking in, though. That'll be fine, I guess. Okay. So, Locomotive Joseph. Breath 1. 2. Let's pull it a little forward then. And I guess show y'all somewhat how I plan on dealing with this. Oops, wrong button. So I'm going to have this thing spiral down and up the mountain. Because I think it'll look cool. For now, though. We're going to pull this a little forward so I can connect the final freight car. There we go. Alright, so yeah, as I made mention, I will go on ahead and see y'all here in a little while for when I go set up the next one. See you soon. Okay. Took a hot minute, but this line is finally set up. Let's see here. Let's go on and full dump. And pop a connect. And while that's storing up, let's go for a joyride. Self-driving on. Edit timetable, you're going to 2. And then back to this station. Save changes. Apparently station is unreachable, so let's turn off the self-driving and get it going. See where the break in the line is. Lord. proper connects there. Which means now the rest of this line is good. For the most part. Station is unreachable. Why is station unreachable? Why the station's unreachable? No, station is still unreachable. What the fuck? That would be why. How'd that even happen? Okay, so station 2, turn on. Hey! Now we'll let it run through and finish its line that direction. And then we'll pause once more and come back for the two closer ones. Wait. Alright, so theoretically these two lines are now up how they're supposed to be. Ride this on back and jingle jangle up the other line. The other two. Wangle jingle jinky, but we appreciate those designs. Let's face it. Got that train. Nice and down to station 1. Awesome. It auto turn. About. Then we start the ascent back to the top. a little Clippy McGee, but it's fine. It gets the job done. Back to the terminal. Where actually we get to see it move in action on loading up material. Onwards for the train, and we're gonna put the episode on pause here. Seeing y'all over with these two. Okay. Go for this and over here next. Mostly because I've got a super close link-up spot. There you are.
May I ask you if you've considered all the possibilities that the other direction might offer you?
You can, and my answer is I came from the other direction, and I need this way so we can get to, uranium. Oh, that's protected by 2 radioactive snarts. So, not happening. It's down somewhere. Okay. Now I just get to wander around being confused. So it's not down. Oh, I guess it is down. So I'm definitely moving away from it, and now I'm moving closer to it. I am confused. I'm gonna assume there's like a fucking cave entrance or some shiz. Hey there, Snart. Oh, would you look at that? A cave entrance. Or some shiz. Oh, this is gonna complicate things a little. Terratact. I'm sure I'll go on and take it. Where? Where? Oh, there, apparently. That's what you get for phasing yourself into the wall, asshole. Don't expect me to go easy on you just because you decided to make yourself damn near untouchable. I guess there's got to be some other entrance somewhere. Alternatively, I could just try and find a way to phase myself into the mountain and, you know, bumblefuck around from there. Big cavern. Well, hopefully this leads where I needed to go. Bunch of terror attacks. I'm just gonna float right on by. Out, I guess. Hey, how about you fuck off? There it is. Fine. Fucking... Come here. Motherfuckers. Oh, stinger protein. That's what they are. Stingers. Fucking pterodactyls. Alright. Good enough. Production, miner. We'll bring it out this way, and before I decide which direction I want to have this facing, is there an outlet on the other side of this cave? Because that's going to really determine how I'm going to set this up. There, as a matter of fact, is. Okay, so that outlet's here. Okay, I know how I'm going to do this. I'm going to have it go this direction to leave, and come in the other direction to return. If it only had the one entrance, there was honestly no real point in me even setting this up in the cave at all. And I guess we'll just drag this on out. This is coming out next to my crystal and iron lines. Which is honestly pretty nice. So that gives me a few options on how I want to hook this up. There's Snart. So we want to do that. That gets that uranium running. Snart. I swear to God. And with that, we'll see y'all in a little bit when I finish setting up the strain line. Wrong button. Okay, I've got the entire circuit blorbed up, so let's set down and take her for a ride. Did learn that since these are electrified tracks, they essentially count as power sources for the purposes of being able to just creative mode my way around with the hover pack. Which is pretty nice, I guess. Okay. Let us enter, dock, and while that's doing its thing, let's edit the timetable. We're gonna go to here, and then return to Stockholm, save it, turn on self-driving. Of course it's unreachable. Motherfucker. Okay. There's always one. Let's do this. Climbing, climbing, climbing. I need to play Mario 3 again. God, it's been a long time. Alright, where's the break in the line? Right there, really? Really, the Jenk connection is right at the station. Okay. Are you good now, you motherfucker? Hey! Alright, so just sit here and watch the return circuit, and then we'll pause for one more go round. So I may set up the final locomotive for the final uranium source. What is my current time at? Almost an hour? Okay. So next, so I'm going to finish up with setting up the final uranium source transportation, and then the episode after that is going to be spent entirely on setting up the new power plant. Actually, the next episode after that is actually, because I'm going to need a lot of fabric real quick, is actually going to be coming over here to these crude oils and getting those going. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 in total. Easy enough. And that factory over there, much like the one for the nuclear power that I'm going to be setting up after that, is going to be pretty much dedicated to turbo fuel to be creating, to then create rocket fuel, and eventually the ionized fuel, I think is what it said. Along with the fabric that I will hopefully also set up be able to set up there to create filters as well as iodine filters. So I can just have straight production going for both of those needs. And instead of any kind of storage, I'm going to throw them directly into dimensional storage so I can just pull them as needed. The nuclear side of things, I will go ahead and also set up the creations of nuclear nobelisks. That way I've got the best possible boom for my buck, as it were. We go that way, nice. Which brings us eventually rounding about over to the cave that we were at. A actually shockingly shorter loop than I was expecting. As we return to Stockholm Station. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, we'll see y'all in a few minutes for the final setup. Okay, last one over there. I think this would probably be better for me for launch purposes to get to it. Yeah. I'm still a little ways away from it from here, though, so pause. Okay. Unfortunately, I got a few terror attacks I need to deal with. Fucking terror attacks. But we got them. Hey! Dick. Okay, alright. Final miner. We'll face it that way, sure. Go on and clear cut a bit. So I can clearly see what I've got to work with here. Oh yeah, that's much better. So... let's give that a try. I think I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Ooh. Mouse is dying. One moment, y'all. Okay, that's fine. That is better. Okay, so we're gonna slurp it off this direction. Looks like that should be fine. Clear cut a little more. Better. Okay, so bink, bink. And bink to get those connected on up. Connect. This is gonna be coming in from this direction. Should be good. Actually, while I'm at it, edit timetable. Oh, yeah, I can't. Fuck. Okay. Well, we'll be back once I'm done linking everything. Alright, I think theoretically I've got this line set. Actually didn't need to set up too much track at all to do this because I already had a shit ton of options for it that were relatively nearby. Power line. That. Just want to make sure we maximize. Pop in. Let's dock. There we go, dock. Alright, so edit timetable, you're going to 4, and then returning, save changes, turn on, and for once I actually managed to, at least up to the first line, get it good. Jesus. And away we go. So yeah, this one is actually the closest to both the input and output lines that I had already set up, spanning across the entire fucking map. It's definitely the shortest of the four. You should turn. Nice. We arrive at station. Station! And from what it seems like, it's not going to offload anything until I actually set up the output branches for these, so I'll get that dealt with later. Anywho's it. Looks like I did indeed get this set up. The final one I actually fucking set up right. Hot damn. Well, with that, trains! We'll let this finish its run, and we'll see y'all next time for when I am to start working on this massive fuel factory.